Welcome to Localization News You Can Use, your daily dose of localization know-how for Monday, November 17th, 2025. We begin today with a provocative thought on quality that challenges the bedrock of our profession. Gabriel Fairman has sparked a conversation around the idea that strict linguistic accuracy might not always be the ultimate metric. The argument posits that in many modern business contexts, the functional outcome, whether a user converts or a problem is solved, outweighs technical linguistic perfection. This shifts the focus from "is this grammatically flawless" to "does this achieve the business goal?" However, the stakes for accuracy remain critically high in specific sectors. Thomson Reuters has released an analysis on AI hallucinations in the courtroom, highlighting why content quality is the absolute determinant of reliability in legal practice. When AI fabricates case law or statutes, the cost isn't just a bad user experience, it is a miscarriage of justice. Similarly, Astra has published a practical breakdown of where AI translation works and, crucially, where it still fails, reinforcing that while we can automate utility, we cannot yet fully automate risk management or high-stakes nuance. On the subject of industry evolution, Multilingual Magazine is discussing a fascinating concept: a fourth type of translation. Moving beyond the traditional classifications, this suggests a new paradigm emerging from the interplay of human and machine interaction. This aligns with reports from DeepL and Forrester, which highlight how AI is empowering localization rather than merely replacing it, allowing teams to scale their impact. Conversely, VideoTranslator.ai reports that AI translation is already actively running distinct job categories, signaling a shift in the labor market structure. In the realm of financials and funding, No Barrier has scooped up $2.7 million to provide instant medical interpretation across 40 languages, a vital development for healthcare accessibility. Meanwhile, Kevin O'Donnell notes a massive milestone for Airwallex, which has announced it hit $1 billion in annual recurring revenue. For the localization sector, the growth of such fintech giants usually signals increased demand for cross-border payment and compliance localization. Turning to regional and strategic developments, Josef Kubovský offers reflections from China regarding the future of global media, suggesting that Western observers often miss the speed and scale of Asian media integration. Closer to home for some, Saudi Language Services is highlighting developments in the MENA region, a market that continues to aggressively expand its localization footprint. In North America, the Government of Canada has announced a fresh investment in a bilingual workforce, specifically targeting economic development in Ontario to support official language minority communities. On the topic of governance and operations, Arthur Wetzel and the LangOps Institute are preparing for the LI 2025 initiative, pushing the concept of language operations as a strategic function. Accolade Group is also focusing on governance, emphasizing that AI pathfinders must lead with real data strategies to ensure integrity. Annette Franz adds to the leadership conversation by discussing the culture operating system, reminding us that technology fails without a strong organizational culture to support it. Technology implementation remains a hot topic. Custom.mt has shared insights on generative AI in localization, specifically regarding user-generated content, where the volume is too high for traditional workflows but perfect for LLMs. DeepL and Nimdzi have also touched on the landscape of the largest LSPs and the role of language AI in shifting the rankings of industry leaders. Finally, we have some significant news regarding talent and recognition. In a long-awaited move for visibility, IMDb is rolling out a new credit category specifically for dubbing artists. This formally recognizes the performance aspect of dubbing, separating it from generic crew credits. On the hiring front, Slater reports that DG Trad and the EU Translation Center are actively hiring, signaling a robust need for institutional translators. Stefan Hai reflects that for decades, this industry has been quietly building the bridges the world walks on, while Chris Dell wraps up his current series of industry discussions. Thank you for listening to this episode of Localization News You Can Use, your daily dose of localization know-how.